Right, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the arcades and the Evercade. So who remembers, if you're my age, late 40s, 50s, 30s, I'm not as old as 50s by the way, the days where you used to be able to go in the arcade, get a load of 10p's, throw them in the machines, you know, just the bleeps and the blobs, the latest game that you was going to hope that had come out onto your system. You know, them days are long gone. However, we have got the Evercade. Evercade, if you don't know, is a system that is dedicated to physical media, and one of the series of cartridges that they bring out is arcade classics. They're not all classics, and that's a good thing in my opinion, because you like to see stuff that you haven't heard of before, or that's a little bit more obscure, and stuff that, you know, you might have only seen once or twice. And I think Evercade have done a pretty good job on their cartridges they've released with the arcade stuff. I do wish there was more. Yes, we can always emulate these games, but some of these games, it's really nice just to know you've got it on a physical cartridge. You know, some of them definitely deserve to have that physical treatment. And with that in mind, and 2024 just around the corner, we've got no idea what Evercade have in store for us. They always lay a plan out, but I'd like to see various arcade games and more arcade collections, because I think they really hit the mark with their arcade collections and also their indie games. Some of their other collections are very hit and miss, but for the most part they've got a good batting average. So in this video today, I'm just going to showcase 5 games, and they're in no particular order, that I want to see in some way, shape or form on a collection for the Evercade. Now, let me know your thoughts, your comments below. This is not going to be the only video I do like this, so I will be doing a few, because there's tons of stuff that I'd like to see on the system. But yeah, this is what I'd like to see straight off the top of my head, and I've tried to keep them a bit obscure. Right, so the first game is Crime City from Tatio. So there is a working relationship between Tatio and Blaze Entertainment at the moment, which is a good thing. Although at the moment it seems like Tatio are reluctant to allow their stuff on physical format. Most definitely some of their bigger titles. You know, the fact that there's a working relationship there means that it's not out of the question that we see some of the stuff on physical format at some point moving forward. And this one, Crime City, not the biggest of arcade games or anything like that, but it's the sort of game personally that I would have been drawn to in the arcade, and I did play it a few times on trips to Southend and Clacton and places like that. Very reminiscent of your Rolling Thunder type of game. The sort of arcade game you could probably plough through in about 20-25 minutes or so, but it'd probably take a bit of your money on a day. So it's also a co-op game as well, which is always good fun. I don't know if I played this with any of my friends back in the day. You know, my memory is a bit hazy, but I always remember enjoying this one. I've fired it up on main a number of times over the years, still enjoy it, and yeah, I'm probably in the minority, as I will be on most of these games, I would imagine. But yeah, I would like to see this come to the Evercade. I don't think it's beyond the realms of impossibility at all. You know, it's in that sort of Rolling Thunder, Sly Spy sort of mould. So we know these games have been on previous arcade collections. So hopefully Blaze Entertainment can work with Tatio to get something physical out. And if they do, let's hope that they bring this one out. Right, straight into the second of the 5 games, and this one, it will absolutely punish your fingers. We haven't got too many boxing games on the Evercade. We've got 1 or 2, nothing great, but this was one that I played a lot of in the arcade in the late 80s, early 90s. I don't know if there's a strategy to this game. I really don't. I've fired it up a few times on MAME, and when I have done, it really is all about mashing them buttons as fast as you can. I'm sure there is. I've seen people on long plays and that literally decimate every opponent, which I can't do. But I always had a lot of fun with this one. I thought it was very visually impressive for the time as well. And it really is just a good, solid arcade game. You see, there's nothing technical about this in terms of, like, you know, your fight nights or anything like that. But that's not what I want. Not on the Evercade anyway. I want a quick arcade experience from the arcade cartridges, because that's what they're meant to be. Now, as you can see here, first opponent, yeah, we can blow him away quite quickly, but they do get more difficult. And once you win, you know, nice graphics on this one all round. For the time, it looked really good. And then you go on to some unique kind of training montages and stuff like that, where you have to train and get yourself built up, your energy, your stamina and stuff like that. So a little bit of an incentive there. It's nothing new. We've seen it in various boxing games and fighting games where you boost yourself up in between fights and stuff like that. But this one, very solid, and I think it'd be a welcome addition to the Evercade family.
1, 2, 3, 4, fight! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, three, fight!
Right, on to this one. It's Techmo Night, obviously by Techmo. As you can see there, I've taken the trailer on this occasion from the arcade archives, because they have released it as well. I still personally would still like to see it on an arcade collection for the Evercade. I had a lot of fun with this one in various video shops, cab offices, because if you lived in East London like I did growing up, that's where you found 80 to 90% of your arcade games, video shops and cab offices. I had a lot of fun with this. It's a good co-op game, good beat 'em up, a little bit different. Some good variety in your enemies in it as well. Very, very playable. And this, you know, the main thing is it's very enjoyable. I'm not sure if this got a port to any consoles. From what I remember, I don't think it did. I might be wrong on that front, let me know. If it did, I don't know why, I've got a feeling it went to the PC engine, but again, off the top of my head, I don't remember it being on any form of physical media. And for that reason alone, I would like to see it get some sort of physical release, and I think the Evercade is the place for it to belong. Now onto this one, Dead Angle. I remember the specific video shop that had this one as a kid, and I spent a lot of 10p's on this game. I really liked it. It wasn't the biggest, most successful game, but it was a lot of fun. And with the recent acquisition of Operation Wolf on the Super Pockets, which I think translated really, really well, and I didn't expect them to. I think I'd like to see more of those types of games on the system. And I don't know the licensing issues or anything like that, but I highly doubt this one would cost a lot. It's all dependent on who owns it now, I guess. But it's a lot of fun, and definitely a little bit more obscure. And for me, it's one of the things I like about the Evercade, is getting in obscure titles. So yeah, Dead Angle, I would love to see this. Blaze, if anyone is watching this, please get this one on the system. And last but definitely not least, is Packland. Now, not an obscure game, not by any means, but this one for me was a staple mate of the arcades. If you went to your local seaside resort, whether it be Southend, Clacton, anything like that, you'd walk into an arcade in the 80s and you would hear the sound of this machine. And I spent ages and ages on this game, and looking back, I was absolutely useless at it as a kid because I never progressed anywhere on this game. I think I only ever finished it when I emulated it on the PC engine, which is a great port of this game if you haven't checked it out. So you can see this is really Namco's version of a Mario type game, because they needed to evolve Pac-Man. They wanted to keep the character going, and what with a recent TV cartoon, Saturday morning style, this fit in very well. It ties in with the cartoon graphically. And for me, I really enjoyed this. Is it as good as Mario? No, it's not. But I think if they'd have stuck with this format, I think they really would have been onto a winner. Sadly, that didn't really happen. We've had various games that have tried this sort of stuff, but you know, nothing, in my opinion, that captured the feel-good essence of Packland, the original. Now, I know licensing might be an issue on this one because we've had issues in the past with the Namco stuff and being handheld only and stuff like that. But that was then. Hopefully, if there's ever discussions for a second cartridge and something like this is involved, I'd like to see it. It would be good to get something like this on the system. We've got Pac-Man, so I don't see why we can't get more of Pac-Man. Right, so there we go. That's 5 games that me just personally would like to see on the Evercade. Once you watch this video, let me know in the comments if there's any random arcade games you would like to see brought forward onto the Evercade moving into 2024. There's so many games out there that never got ports to home computers or home consoles that I think deserve a physical release one way or the other. And I think the Evercade is a good way of getting that done. I know licensing and stuff like that is a big issue, but let's hope we get games like this and many more moving forward. In the meantime, you guys take care. Thanks for everyone for recently liking and subscribing to the channel, and yeah, keep it up and I'll keep giving you more videos. Until then, take care.